key to change, I think the most important thing is what do we want to achieve with the change. Many companies talk about we need to change. And if we just talk about change, we want to change according to the norms of the society. We want to change according to a way that will increase the customer satisfaction or employee satisfaction, or we want to become environmental friendly. I think there are too many different intentions. What we can see is that companies that have a crystal clear goal, they have a vision, this is what we're going to achieve, but they have a very, very exact goal with their change, then it's fairly easy to change. But if it's too fluffy goals and we really don't know in what direction, then change just becomes, nothing really happens. It's like swimming and you really don't know in what direction you're going, or getting into a cab and you say, well, I'm not going to Tallinn. But the cab, where are you going? I don't know, but I'm in a cab. So I would say change many times become like riding a cab, but you don't know where you're going. So from my perspective, change is easy when you know exactly where you're going. So I think that's one of the main success factors. I think everyone is afraid to change. Changing behavior, the human being, we are in one sense an animal. And survival of the fittest. We want to survive, and in order to survive we want to be fit. And all human beings or all groups, they are in some kind of balance. We believe that if we behave in this way, we will survive and we are fit now. If we are not fit, we won't survive. So we strive to get into a balance. And then we say, well, now you are in a balance, but you need to change. Meaning that in the first place, maybe you won't be fit anymore, and maybe you won't survive anymore. So that means that we get afraid, irrespective of what kind of change, because the human brain, we want stability, because stability is that's the kind of state where we mostly survive. So I think it doesn't really matter if it's I'm going to lose weight or gain weight, or if I'm going to move in with someone, or if I have a new job, or I have a new boss. Change is difficult because it's a new factor and the balance is not any longer in balance, and then we get afraid. So I think it's a human nature. I would say I never break a mind because I think that's one of the biggest mistakes one do. I cannot come as an external person and say, now I'm going to break your minds and I'm going to change the way you're working. What I do is I work with good stories, and I can explain different stories for companies, and I have different metaphors and different examples and so on, and I describe them, what is working, what is not working, and then I ask them, do you believe in this, and what does this mean for you? And if I can give them good stories and good metaphors, and I give them the question, then they are the ones breaking themselves. So I think if my girlfriend were to say, Niklas, you look a little bit fat, maybe you should go out jogging. I don't really feel like jogging. But if I can come up with it myself, like, I stand there in front of the mirror and feel maybe I need to lose some weight. Now I'm going to be jogging, I'm going to do some yoga. And if I can come up with that, that's when I want to change, because it's when I get the aha, this is what I want to do, that's when I have the energy to change. I don't want anyone else to say, you are going to change. So what I've been trying to do is I facilitate the process where managers come up with their own aha, and then they get their own commitment. I never say that they should change. I give them good stories and good metaphors, and I ask them, what do you think? Do you like this or not? And if I can gather the whole top management team, I give them a good story, and I give them the same question, and everyone says, yes, we want to change. Then they feel, well, we came up with this decision, and then they start to change. I never do the change. I just facilitate the information that they need in order to understand that maybe we should change. So that's how I work. I facilitate decisions which they actually make themselves.